Hey, YouTube. Well, Miss Amber Guyer, I always have trouble pronouncing her name for some reason. Anyway, so this girl's gotten 10 years in prison, right? My views on it, do I think it was justice was served? I think these people believed her. They believed it happened just the way she said it happened. She had no relationship with this man at all. It was purely an accident. She saw the door open, went in, and just shot somebody dead. To me, I didn't believe the story. So if it didn't happen that way, if there was some reason that she wanted to kill this man, which was never revealed, if they had some kind of interpersonal relationship, if they hated each other, if it was over noise or whatever, they were beefing, I don't know. But if she went there to kill him, it's totally different than if it was just a total random accident. This tells me that they believed her. They believed her, but they say it is still, you can't kill somebody and walk on it, right? Maybe if it wasn't so much publicity involved here, she probably would have gotten manslaughter if they believed her. The problem is if they believe her story. Too many holes in it for me. For me, justice is if we exchange the people, if we put that man, he was the cop. He came into this white woman's house, walked into her house, and shot her dead. Would he get 10 years in prison? Now, I think if you're really being honest, you would all have to say, no, he would not walk on that. 10 years is not walking. It's a murder charge. I don't know about other states, but in California, if it's a murder charge, you don't get halftime. So I think you can get something like 85% of your time for a violent crime. So it looks like she's going to have to bring them at least 8 years on this thing, right? I don't know. I didn't watch it blow by blow. I know sometimes people think, oh, you don't know all the details. You don't know all this. Well, if you want to report on something, you really do have to go in there and dig in that story and spend a couple of hours and go through the whole story and all the details of the story. I'll admit that I did not do that. But for me, it just seems there's too many coincidences. Getting off on the wrong floor, the door being open. I mean, it's her apartment, so you would think she would just reach over and turn the light on. That's what I would do. If she was close enough into that apartment where she could actually see people move, she could turn the light on. She would feel comfortable doing that if it was her own house, I believe. It's only what I believe, and they have ended the case now. So I guess there's not going to be any more information coming from what actually happened. But I don't know. Did they call it first-degree murder? First-degree murder is if you say he's up there, I'm going to go up there and kill him. You make a plan to go and kill somebody, right? Second degree is if it's a heat of passion or something like that. So, I don't know. She had 12 jurors, and the family, they must have bought her story as well because they wanted to forgive her and hug her and kiss her and all that kind of stuff. The judge wanted to come down off the podium to encourage her, and so there must have been something about her story that seemed credible and believable, right? Anyway, the woman got 10 years. His family forgives her. It is important to forgive the person, not for her, but for yourself. You can carry that resentments. I remember in my own personal life, there's only one person I can think of that I could never forgive. And the person is dead now, and I was never able to forgive them for what they did. That involved me and my partner when my partner was very sick. And this person did something I found unforgivable. So now here that person is dead, and I'm still stuck with the resentment. And that's, 30 years ago? I still haven't been able to forgive that person. Not sincerely, I can say the words. So it is important to forgive people. 10 years, she'll get out. She'll still be a relatively young woman. She'll be in her 40s. She must have been a terrible police officer, though. I mean, you have a gun and you still have to shoot to kill. If you have a gun, you would think you'd be able to stop any intruder. The light not being turned on. You live in that building. You don't know where your apartment is. I talked to my friend about this stuff, and he said he's done that before. He went to the wrong floor. But as soon as I get off the elevator, my building, maybe one time in a lifetime I've done that. Got off on the wrong floor because someone else has already pushed that button and the door opened. I just walked out and realized immediately this is not my floor. There's got to be telltale signs about that. I mean, it's not exact. Anyway, too many loose ends for me. I can't judge it properly. For me, justice is if the shoe was on the other foot. If he had shot her, what would he get? I'll tell you, 9 years with no chance of parole. That's the way it would happen. That is what would happen. A completely innocent white woman in her house, some black dude comes through her door and don't even turn the light on and shoots her dead. So it's not real justice. But I'm willing to say that if the jury, the judge, and his family have compassion for this woman, there must have been something about her story that seemed right or credible. All right. That's it. Maybe I should have got more into the story. I didn't, and now it's over. So we'll never know if she actually knew that man. She had any contact with that man. I mean, you live in the same building. The possibilities are endless. But she was able to convince them that it happened like she said it happened, and it was an accident. So if that is the truth, if that is exactly the way it went down, and it was only an accident, then I would say 10 years is a fair sentence. If she went up there to kill him, so maybe we'll never know the end of the story. Well, there'll be a movie in a TV thing soon. You know how they work. All right, people. Later. Amber's going away for at least 8 years. Later.